Have you ever felt invisible? Like no matter how hard you tried, your efforts went unnoticed? What if one day, someone saw you for who you truly are and changed everything? Pause for a moment. Think about it. Where are you right now? Are you lounging in a quiet corner of your home in Florida, sipping coffee as the morning sun filters through the curtains? Or maybe you're on a bus somewhere in Oregon, lost in thought while life rushes by outside the window? Tell us where you're watching from, because this story is meant just for you. Yes, you. Press that like button before we dive deeper. It's a small gesture, but it means so much to me. And don't forget, you're amazing just the way you are. Let's talk about dreams. Dreams that keep us up at night, fears that hold us back, and secrets buried deep within our hearts. Because today's story has all of that, and more. Imagine being an undercover boss, walking into your own diner, expecting nothing unusual. But what happens when two employees whisper something that stops you cold? Let's find out together. It was a chilly Tuesday afternoon, and Walter Hayes had traded his expensive suit for worn-out jeans and a faded flannel shirt. He wanted to see how things really worked at his chain of diners without anyone knowing he owned them. His latest stop was the Cozy Spoon, a small-town diner tucked away in rural Michigan. The air smelled of freshly baked pies and warm bread, and Walter couldn't help but smile as he stepped inside. He ordered a milkshake from behind thick glasses he didn't need and waited patiently near the counter. That's when he heard it, a conversation between two servers, Lily and Everett. They were busy wiping down tables nearby, their voices low but clear enough for Walter to catch every word. "You know," Lily said, her tone heavy with frustration, "I work double shifts here just to pay off my mom's medical bills. She needs surgery, but I can't even afford rent some months." Her hands trembled slightly as she folded a napkin over and over again. "And do you think anyone cares?" "Nope. Just another faceless cog in this machine." Everett nodded slowly, his eyes fixed on the floor. "Yeah, same here. My kid brother's tuition is killing me. I've been working nonstop since high school, and yet," he paused, shaking his head, "it feels like no matter how hard I try, there's always someone above me pulling strings, making money off my sweat." Walter froze mid-sip of his milkshake. These weren't lazy complaints. They were raw truths spoken by people whose lives depended on their jobs. People he employed. Suddenly, the sweet chocolate flavor turned bitter in his mouth. Was this how his employees felt? Invisible? Exploited? Now tell me, have you ever poured your heart into something only to feel unappreciated? Comment below. Share your story. Because trust me, I'm listening, and so are thousands of others who care deeply about what you have to say. As Walter stood there, conflicted and overwhelmed, he noticed something else. A framed photo on the wall caught his eye. It was old, yellowed edges and faded colors, but unmistakably familiar. It showed three young kids standing in front of a tiny cafe. One of them looked eerily similar to Lily. Could it be? Curiosity gnawed at him. Later that evening, after closing time, Walter approached Lily cautiously. "Hey," he began, trying not to sound too eager. "That picture on the wall, those kids look happy. Do you know who they are?" Lily glanced at the photo and smiled softly. "Oh yeah, that's my grandparents' cafe. They ran it decades ago until some big corporation bought it out. Broke their hearts, honestly." She sighed, running her fingers along the frame. "They used to serve the best blueberry pancakes in town." Something clicked in Walter's mind. This wasn't just any diner. It was built on land once owned by Lily's family. The realization hit him like a punch to the gut. All these years, he'd expanded his business empire without realizing the human cost behind it. Families displaced. Dreams shattered. Lives altered forever. But wait, what would you do in his shoes? Would you walk away and pretend you never knew? Or would you try to make things right? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your voice matters more than you think. Over the next few weeks, Walter couldn't shake the guilt. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw Lily's tired face and Everett's defeated posture. Finally, he decided to act. He called a meeting with all his managers, not as Walter Hayes, billionaire CEO, but as plain old Walter, the guy who'd spent a month undercover in his own company. "I've seen things," he admitted, his voice trembling. "Things I can't ignore anymore. We've got workers busting their backs for us, barely scraping by, while we rake in profits. That ends now." One by one, he rolled out changes. Higher wages, better benefits, flexible schedules for parents and students, and scholarships for employees pursuing further education. But the biggest surprise came when he handed over ownership of the cozy spoon to Lily herself. "This place belongs to your family," he told her, tears welling up in his eyes. "Take it back. Run it however you want. Make it shine again." Lily was speechless. For a moment, she simply stared at him, unsure if she was dreaming. Then finally she whispered, "Thank you." "What about Everett?" Well, Walter helped him enroll in night classes to finish his degree. Within a year, Everett graduated top of his class and landed a job managing one of Walter's other locations. Together, they transformed the entire company culture, proving that kindness isn't just good ethics, it's good business. So here's my question to you. Have you ever met someone who changed your life unexpectedly? Someone who reminded you that humanity still exists, even in the darkest corners? Share your story with us. You never know who might need to hear it today. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect. Life throws curveballs, doesn't it? Sometimes, we stumble upon situations that force us to confront uncomfortable truths. But remember this, every choice we make shapes not only our future, but also the futures of those around us. Be kind, be brave, and most importantly, be the change you wish to see. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if this story touched your heart. And hey, you're incredible. Never forget that.